People don't need more strategies and confluences. They need pattern recognition of their own mistake. And I'm gonna go over it of why. I don't see anybody in the trading industry journal the way I do it, and I want to show it to you and how to actually do it, how to review it, how to get better at it. Because most people don't even journal their trades, and when they do journal their trade, it's too boring and it's not there's no there's no proper way of doing it because nobody first of all nobody teaches how to do it the proper way. And even if you do it, it's so boring, it's just bunch of words that you leave it on some sort of notebook or some sort of online notes, and you never look back into your journals. So the way I do it is such a game changer, and I promise you, nobody in the industry do it the way I do it. Even if they do it, nobody will show it to you. The way I do it is actually nice, it's fun, and you look forward to doing it. And the way I do it, you can actually review it every night and every morning and every weekend. And I even take it one step further. I'll show you what that step is. So stay around until end of the video so you can see the whole thing. First of all, we're gonna make a quick trade recap from today's trade. Today was a loss, so almost 2 weeks of winning streak ended today. I took one break even and two losses, and that one break even should have been a good trade, and I should have been done with that one trade because I'll show you why. So this was today's NQ. So we came to this daily indication and we rejected it and we started going downwards. So my thought process was, okay, we're gonna go hit this liquidity because these are indication, these are correction, and this should be our continuation. So what I forgot to check around this area, ES came and hit it, went over it, and then proceed to hit that liquidity. And that was a mistake that I made when I was trying to trade this continuation. I didn't check ES. If I would have checked ES, I would have immediately seen that NQ is the lagging index, and I would have just wouldn't even have traded. First of all, it was a counter trade to begin with. Like when we are going up this strongly, it's a counter trade. And when you're trading prop firms, you kind of want to take base hit when you're going against the overall trend, because the overnight trend is up. That's what I meant by overall trend. I know that like the higher time frame trend is we're still going down. So yeah, and I'm gonna go over the gold. I didn't take any gold trades, which I should have. Just do this. Okay. So this was the first trade I took. We came here. We went above the indication line, closed below it. I woke up somewhere around here. So it was around 8:44, so around 7:44. And I was running really low on energy. So my focus was scattered, and the lack of sleep. I feel like lack of sleep and my focus and everything being towards the work, because I had to go to work early. Felt the combination of two things caused me to lose today. But regardless, I should have just taken this trade to this level and I should have been done for the day. But I didn't. I just let it come back and take me at the break even at this level. And when I went to work, I don't know why I opened my chart. I was busy too. And I saw this massive rejection and I took this trade. And of course, you see it lost. And this one, as soon as it went down, I don't know for what reason, I've moved my stop loss from here to above here, I was like, no way we're gonna come back to this line and then continue. And of course we did. And this one hit this area, and I was targeting this area. I don't know why. I should have just targeted this low-hanging fruit on a counter trend. And a counter trend, this is what counter trend is. Like the trend is going up, going up. So on the counter trend, you kind of want to take your base hit and move on. Especially on a day like this. Look at this. Look at this choppiness. Usually a lagging index is usually the index that's choppy, which in this case NQ was the lagging index. If you go to ES, ES wasn't. As you can see, ES and KM took this indication, closed below it, and then we just cleanly proceed to hit the target. So back to NQ. So first of all, my target should have been here. And I moved my stop loss all the way here in this section because I was like, this is the most, let me just get rid of this. In my thought process, I was like, this is the most recent swing high. We shouldn't come take this one, or sorry, this one. I was like, I'm gonna leave it to run a little bit longer. And of course, I put my stop loss right here and came and tapped me and continued to hit my full on take profit. But I should have just taken this trade and gone to work and not even worry about it. Went to work, saw this massive rejection around here, took this trade, of course lost it, and went straight to the take profit. This was a horrible trade. Even if it would have worked out, it wouldn't have been a good trade. Yeah, that was just pure bad habit. And this one, so on this one, we came above the line. What happened to the line? I don't know why every time I switch, just all the line just moves out of nowhere. There we go. So yeah, this is the indication line. We went above it, and then when I opened my phone, I saw this. I was like, okay, perfect. We flipped this previous candles, close below it. I'm gonna get in. So I got in somewhere around here, and as soon as it went up, what has spooked me is because in this level, how we see support, 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 and instead of going down a little bit and then coming up and then going down, it just straight up rejected it with like two massive green candles. And I think that's why instead of like leaving my stop loss right at this line or above it, I moved it to top of this line. I was like, you know what? We are making some sort of like head and shoulder. The right shoulder is never taller than the left, which is a stupid way of thinking about it. I should have just left it there. I was like, but it was 231 ticks. I was like, you know what? I don't want to lose like $400. I was risking like 3 or 4 contract. So I moved it here. And look what it did. Took me out of the trade. I was like, you know what? I only lost like $250 or $300. I'm okay with it. Took me out and then just proceed to straight. And even around here, as soon as I saw this, I put another limit order. I remember somewhere around here, I put a limit order. It never came enough. It never gave me enough correction to take my limit order and continues to my. And once I saw it around here, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna get into this trade. And then this trade would have been 597. It would have made us more than this trade. It would have covered for this loss, and I would have been up probably like maybe $500 for the day if I would have let this trade be. But regardless of that, today was a difficult day. Look, look how bad the price action was. Like going up, missing the liquidity, going down, missing the liquidity, going up, hitting it again, and then going down, taking this, and then going up, missing it again, and then going down, and then missing this one, and then going up, completely missing this, and then closing way above it, come down, and then chop the rest of the day. So if around this area, if I would have gone and checked ES, I would have saved myself lots of pain and headache. Because you can see ES very nice and cleanly. We are having a downtrend towards the our liquidity, but on NQ we weren't. On NQ it was just a mess on the hourly. You can see every time I see this humongous wicks, you see this huge wicks. Even on one candle, all you need to do is just go back, check the other index. If you trade ES, you want to check NQ. If you trade NQ, you want to check ES. And then here is actually not that bad. Here we have like a clean rejection of this level. We're already above this daily indication. We close, and then we went above and then close and then just continue to go downwards. That's what I mean. Lagging and not lagging. So let's go to gold. Gold was a good day to trade. I should have probably just traded gold. So I had my levels marked. There was a 4-hour indication here. And we had like some sort of daily indication in here. And when I was up today, it was around here. So I marked this area. And then we came to this 4-hour indication and then beautifully rejected it. I should have just taken this trade, or I should have just taken the correction. Or I had my alert set up, but I was at work with a client, so I couldn't take this one trade. Or you could have taken this trade. Even this trade wouldn't have been a good trade because it didn't hit this target. So gold would have been a slightly better trade today, either taking this one off this rejection, or you could have just be patient, waited for price to get to this line, and then take this trade from here to here. It's a good amount of point. That's about, yeah, that's 200 ticks on gold on 2-3 contract. That'll make you like $600. There it is. So the last part, journaling. So this is the way I journal, and it's gonna help a lot of people. So I usually leave all my mark on I leave all my charts and all my lines and all my profit and loss, and I start taking note everywhere on it. And what I do is I download it. You can download it off the trading view. And what I do, I put it in a Google Sheet. I put it in a Google Sheet like this. Let me just move my head so you can see it better. Just move my head right here. There we go. So I move it to a Google Sheet like this. And what I do every night and every morning, I review the entire month, like this month or last month. I just do a quick review. I just press my slideshow and I just do a quick review of all the trades I took. If it failed, why it failed, and if it worked, why it worked, and all that. Yeah. It's just as simple as that. And then to even take it, let me just break it down, and then I'll take it one step even further to help you even more with your trades. It will blow your mind. It's very simple too. So this is how I journaled today's disaster. um, I'm tough on myself. So here, this was the first trade. So it clearly says ended in break even. and then I'll show the reasoning of why. So I'm like, hey, this was on a counter trend trade. This is my rule. Go for base hit always. Just a reminder, hey, this is a counter trend trade. Go for base hit always. And I write the reasoning behind it. Too greedy, you were trading your P&L instead of your process. This trade would have been $450 if you had to stick to the plan. And that was truly my plan. I was gonna take off the trade here, but I didn't. I was like, you know what? It's gonna go further. And of course it didn't. It did eventually, but yeah. I trailed my stop loss a little bit too aggressively. I got out of this trade for like 100 or over $100, and I ended up losing it anyway. And then this one, I said, not a good trade. You saw a massive rejection from the same level and thought this is the second opportunity. Even if it would have worked out, your stop loss was too high. I think I meant to say you would have built a bad habit. And then this one, I said, you lost this one because you placed it based on how much you're willing to lose instead of proper stop loss placement, which is the point of invalidation, which is right here. And it's because I moved my stop loss. And of course, this trade would have been hit. This trade would have been hit, but this is a trade that nobody should take. This trade was valid, but my stop loss wasn't, and it had our liquidity right here. Even though it didn't go all the way down, but this one would have been enough. So, and then you wanna write down how you felt that day. And this is how I felt. I wrote down lack of sleep and lack of focus due to work caused you to lose today. And also a bit of greed and not sticking to the plan. You also forgot to check ES, and Q was the lagging index. So we always want to take the trade on the leading index instead of lagging index. So, and then to take it even one step further, once you download this page, you go on ChatGTP and you create a trading journal folder, and then you just upload this to ChatGTP, and you ask ChatGPT, hey, imagine you're Mark Douglas, or imagine you're Tom Hoggart, or imagine you're both. Give me a feedback based on what you see. And the ChatGTP will blow your mind. It will tell you exactly how to improve, what to look for, and overall how to overcome certain psychological mistakes that you'll see. And it's a huge game changer. And once you start doing it this way, you start looking forward to journal your trades every day. Because first of all, it's fun. Second, you immediately get a feedback. Our brain loves to get a feedback because it makes you feel like you're improving at something. Because the way everybody journal is like, they just write down a bunch of like boring things, bunch of complicated word. Well, the liquidity hit here, the order block was here, the mitigation block was right there. We sweep this Asian low or London, blah blah blah. That's how I used to take trade. And first of all, it was such a drag to journal. I'm like, I don't want to do it, but I was like, everybody's telling me to do it, so I have to do it. And then second, once you journal that, doesn't matter on a note or a computer, you'll never go back to review those journals. At least this way, first of all, it's easy. Second, it's accessible. Third, you add ChatGTP in it to your journaling as a coach, as a feedback. Then your journaling would be on a steroid. It's fun, and you get to review it every night before you go to sleep, and you get to review it every morning before you open your charts. And it's so easy. It's like a slide, and then you accumulate all your 1 month worth of trading every day. You just add it into like one trading sheet, and then you date it December 2025 or something like that, and you kind of go over it. So I'm gonna go over mine real quick so you kind of see an example of it. Potential 800 ticks, captured 380 due to lack of confirmation. Analysis based on hourly CCT, intra CCT with inverse for value gap, inverse for value gap above the POI plus close candle above POI. Don't need both, but it's stronger with both. And this was a good trade, obviously. And then you go check the next one, and then you just kind of go through it. Well, if I missed, you just write down missed, and if it didn't work, why didn't work out. End of correction based on hourly CCT top wick, candle close above it indicating reversal, and I didn't take it, of course. And then you write down what was the potential for the day. Potential 1500 ticks capture, 200 analysis, 100% entry recognition, 100% stop loss, 100%. Trailing stop loss needs improvement, no fear, no hesitation. And you will write down your feelings, your entries, your mistakes, and everything. And if you review this every morning or every night, and every time you're done with your journal, you just upload it into ChatGTP and tell ChatGTP what it thinks based on impersonating like somebody like Mark Douglas or Tom Hogarth or whoever is your favorite trading trading author is, and it's a huge game changer. And it's so quick and so easy to quickly to review. You kind of go through it. You're like, okay, I made this mistake, this mistake, this mistake. I'm not gonna do that. And this was a trade I missed. This was a potential. And you kind of go through it, and you give yourself a reasoning of where you messed up, how you can improve, and etc. etc. Like when you take bad trades, counter trade, you write down the reasoning, and you're extremely honest with yourself. And it's just such a fun way to do it. And you kind of review it real quick, and you add chat GTP to it, and it's just, it's too good. So yeah, go do it. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Oh, before you go, look at this community, guys. I, we just opened this community like less than 2 days ago, and it already has over 250 members. And I haven't even added a lot of content in there. I think I have like one piece of content in there. And I'm going to add so much more content. I'm going to make this community very fun, very good, very effective when it comes to learning and sharing things. And there are like so many people that are like enjoying it and sharing their experiences and trades. And it's already booming. I think if we go at this pace, we're gonna become one of the top community in the school. So let's do it. And if you made it this far, subscribe, like, leave a comment. And there were some people asking me about discount code from prop firms. I'm working on it. As soon as I have some sort of discount code, I'll leave it down in the description. And that's it. I think I mentioned everything I needed to mention for today. Peace out, and see you guys in the next one.